So, yeah, so you like to drink. And you want to drive a commercial motor vehicle. Tubiest of the tubiest. The best YouTube subscribers on the planet. That's you. And I'm 50 plus, and I don't drink. I don't do any type of drugs, and I don't fault you if you do. Personal choice, okay? However, when it becomes dictated by our jobs, then it becomes less of our choice. Then it becomes a code or a standard to live by. And unfortunately, for those who likes to drink and partake of the narcotic, you are going to have some hurdles to jump if you want to continue to do those things and drive a commercial motor vehicle, because it's against the law. You're going to lose your CDL. You're not even going to... The chances of you completing the... well, let me tell you this. 2 out of 3 of my roommates going through gone because of one drug, one alcohol. Now, my first roommate, he started the same day I did. We both got there to the hotel the same day. I got there a little later than he did. He was already asleep. So I didn't meet the guy till the next morning. And we got up and chat a little bit, and he drove his truck, and he said, "Well, why don't we just ride my truck to the school?" So I jumped in the truck with him and rode to school, and but he drove himself back. I rode the bus back to the hotel from the school, and when I got there, he'd already started studying. And because he had to take his CDL, the permit test, okay? And he was studying for about maybe an hour, and he says, "Man, I gotta go to the store, and because I can't concentrate, I gotta leave something to drink, I can't concentrate." So he go to the store, came back with an 18 pack of beer. He drank 18 pack of beer. I ain't even been around this guy 24 hours. He said he can't go to sleep unless he drink 18 pack of beer. He drank the entire 18 pack of beer in front of his, his paperwork, for trying to study this CDL. Needless to say, he didn't last very long. The next day, because the first day you show up, you're going to go do your blood test and your urine test. And he got sent home on the second day because he was taking a prescription for a sleep aid. And it was a substance that the FMCSA said you cannot have and take that and drive a commercial motor vehicle. So they sent him home. So this guy's taking a sleep aid and drinking an 18 pack of beer. And this is only the second day, I've been around this dude. The following week, I got a new roommate. He started in the permit class. I'm out on the range class now. Day 2. Hey man, I'm at to go. They sending me home. I said, why? They said they found cocaine in my system, but I don't know how it could have got in there. The cocaine monster put it in there when you were asleep. That's what happened. Casper, the friendly cocaine ghost, slipped it on you while you was, eating a donut or something. Come on. Third guy, I think he pulled it off. But he looked like he came with a level head. 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3 of my roommates. This happens rampant. You cannot believe how many times, how many people get sent home. In fact, there's a portion of the class didn't even go to the testing center. When they told them they was going to do a hair follicle test and a urine test, a lot of them got in their car and went home. They didn't even go take the test. So it's a big thing, So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the requirements. And again, do I have an issue with my roommate who got sent home for drinking 18 pack of beer? He can drink a 24 pack. He can drink an 85 pack. I don't care. It's not my business. I don't care. But how would you like that guy on the road with your family? Think about that. This guy driving 80,000 pounds on the road, and your family literally driving next to the guy. He may not be drinking it right then, but he drank it last night. This guy told me he got to drink it every night before he go to sleep. Oh, he can't sleep. So I mean, he gonna drink. He gonna get on the road, and if he'd have passed the guy CDL, he'd have been on the road drinking. And I want y'all to keep that in mind when we get to that point. Okay, so FMCSA says I'm gonna kind of read a little bit. Oh man, that's not the page I wanted. You have to have less than the blood alcohol level has to be less than 0.04 when they test you. And each company has a policy outside of what DOT and FMCSA says, a length of time between you last partake of the beverage and when you're allowed to get back behind the wheel. There's a specific amount of time, and there's a DOT regulation, FMCSA regulations, and where you go for your employment. I personally know of an employee who worked with me at Swifty that got sent to the Hoosgow. Not the Hoosgow, just jail. But that's not what happened. She actually just got terminated. Swift terminated her because the last time that she had a drink was less than the 14 hours. Okay, she had drank in like 10 hours or 8 hours or something like that. Had only passed, which wasn't enough time. But the amount of time that she had drank was greater than what FMCSA says, but less than the company's regulations. Therefore, she was terminated. Now, I'm telling you that. I'm not telling you specific FMCSA rules and things like that, because when you get out there, you need to find out from your job. What does that company expect from you before you just assume that you're going to be okay because you follow the FMCSA rules, okay? So I'm going to give you a little bit of percentage, okay? And I'm taking this right off. This is the U.S. Department of Transportation website, so I'm not making any of this up. Drugs. And this is from random testing, by the way, okay? This is what the deal is. DOT can give you a blood and alcohol, drug and alcohol test at any time. They pull you over, take you into a weigh station anywhere, and make you do a drug test right then. Okay, and so here's some results 2016, this is what this one says. 2016, drugs in the system of those who they pulled over, 0.7%. 0.7% was found to have a blood alcohol out of the, there it is, was 0.4, 0.04 or higher, 7%, okay? And then those range between a 0.6 and a 0.8. This is drugs, okay? Alcohol, 0.03% of the people they pulled over were in a range from 0.024 to 0.034. Okay, so that is, oh, I'm sorry, I read that wrong. I'm sorry. 0.02% is the amount of people that failed. So more people failed drugs than failed alcohol. And I don't know if they test you with they have to do a urine test, because they can't do a hair follicle that fast. I don't know, but I've never had to do a DOT drug test. But I imagine that urine is the way they go. 2014, this one is drugs. 2014 random drug testing, 0.9%. 2015 is 0.8%, and then 2016 a 0.7% on drugs, and then a lot less, 2016 0.3%, 0.03% of alcohol. So alcohol isn't as bad as the drugs. Which brings us to another point. Some of those drugs that we might take that are prescription, and you think that you're good. However, FMCSA and DOT say that they're not, and regardless if it was prescribed by a doctor, you're in violation. So what happens when you get caught? Or if you refuse to take a drug test, same result. And either way, you're going to be put out of service until you can prove that you are legal to drive. Now, you might say, well, I'd rather get put out of service than get, a DUI or whatever. And excuse me, that might be true. That might be true. However, being put out of service does go on your DAT report as well, and it can affect you getting employment. And more likely than not, you will be terminated from your current job for refusing that DOT. And they're going to find it, because they're going to pull your DAT report eventually, and they're going to see it. You're going to be terminated. That's just the bottom line. This is a long, drawn out situation just to say that if you plan to come drive commercial motor vehicles, then you're going to have to be very, very conservative with what you put in your body. Okay, you can't go on an 10-hour break or whatever and drink. That's not going to happen. You may want to take a little drink on your 34 reset early in the 34, and then be out of your bloodstream before you get back behind the wheel. That's what you need to do. But most of you not gonna have a problem with this. Those who have a problem with this is let's just face it. In DOT's standard, you have a problem with drugs and alcohol. Again, I'm not saying that you got a problem. I'm saying you have a problem with DOT when they see your habits. Okay, your habits are counter to what DOT says, and you're not alone, because this is just who DOT caught or sampled, you know, that's quite a bit of people, man. And all these people that they found, these people driving commercial motor vehicles, they driving big trucks, or at least they driving a truck that have a CDL. And, you know, 0.7%, almost 1% of all of the trucks rolling up the road, every 1 out of 100's got somebody high, or at least can't pass a drug test. That's kind of a lot. And if you don't think that it is, think about it like this. There's a chance that somebody at the truck stop that you're parked overnight is drinking and will start their journey the next day drunk, legally drunk. Quite a bit. Big problem. It truly is. All I ask you guys to do is take in consideration a little bit what I just yapped about, and know that they are testing you. You will get caught eventually. So why risk it? Make your mind up that this is what you want to do. You want to come out here and burn some fuel, or if you want to, you know, party and have a good time, man, you know, or, you know, if you're at a point in your life where you want to not do those things anymore, you want to make some changes in your life, that you are successful in your journey of getting those things out of your life. So I am going to, in this video, put the links to these DOT, the info for the DOT at the bottom in the information side of this video, and you guys can go and look at it yourself. And it's just the Department of Public Transportation, okay? And then you go to commercial motor vehicles, and you're going to have all these. But I'm going to put a link that'll take you right to it, okay? So, deliver sober and undistracted. Here's your boop. Boop.